dignified recipient of the Distinguished Service Cross, Captain Arthur Roy Brown was known for his service as a Canadian fighting ace, a military position given to a pilot that has been accredited for shooting more than 5 planes in aerial combat. More importantly, he was accredited for shooting down the Red Baron. Born in Ottawa, Ontario in 1893, he had a promising upbringing. Originally, Brown studied business in high school, but after the outbreak of World War I, he enlisted in 1915 as an officer cadet at the Army Officers Training Corps, seeing it as a better path to take than fighting in the trenches. He eventually got his aviator's certificate on November 13, 1915, and joined the Royal Naval Air Service in Ottawa 2 days later, and sailed towards Europe for further training within the month. Having been enticed by aerial warfare at a young age, he became more fascinated in joining the Royal Naval Air Service. So he and his friends traveled to Ohio to enroll in an expensive flight school. He eventually got his aviator's certificate on November 3, 1915. Brown hit a speed bump in his career on May 2, 1960, when he crashed his aircraft. Although it seemed that he escaped unscathed, but he experienced excruciating back pain the following morning. It turned out he'd broken a vertebrae, causing him to spend 2 months in the hospital. Brown posted the No. 9 Naval Squad in March of 1917, where he was attached to the Royal Fighting Corps. However, he fell ill during the Battle of Arras and missed Bloody April. After recovering, he posted the No. 11 Naval Squad, where he managed to get his first kill on a German flying pup, a fighter plane. He was promoted to flight lieutenant, where he later received 3 more unconfirmed kills.
In August of 1917, the No. 11 Naval Squad disbanded, so Brown returned to the No. 9 Squad with an upgraded plane. On October 6, 1917, he received the Distinguished Service Cross for his gallant service overseas. Brown was soon made flight commander, a position he excelled in because he never lost a single pilot in his flight during combat. This was because he demanded a breaking-in period in which new pilots flew over the flights just to see how they worked. In April of 1918, Brown became very weak. He'd lost 25 pounds, his hair began turning gray, and his eyes were bloodshot. Despite being suggested to quit, Brown decided to continue with his work. On April 11th and 12th, he shot down 2 more German airplanes. The highlight of Brown's career happened on April 21st of 1918, where he and his squadron had a run-in with Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, in a very epic low-altitude flight near Australian trenches. Although there was some ambiguity over who delivered the fatal shot, Brown was officially accredited with the kill, and received an added bar for his Distinguished Service Cross. Brown displayed a very human side of him when he went to see the man he shot down, and expressed his grief when he stated, "If he had been my dearest friend, I could not have felt a greater sorrow." Following the end of the war, Borwn founded a small airline and worked as an editor. When World War II broke out, Borwn enlisted to fight in the newly formed Royal Canadian Air Force, but was refused. He purchased a small rundown farm in Stouffville, Ontario, turning it into a prosperous business. On March 9th of 1944, Arthur Roy Borwn died of a heart attack at the age of 50 in Ontario. He died shortly after taking a picture with then-current flying ace George